Shakunjan Bafetu was this even the little kids. Welcome to yet another kick-ass show right here on the Wholesome Institute. Ikama Bongi Kosuka Mahlango. And oh boy, you came just on time to get the latest scoop on what your boy's been up to. Before we get anywhere, Bafetu, make sure you hit like, make sure you hit subscribe, make sure you hit that notification so you get the videos as they drop. Bafetu, nothing's been the same since I fumbled that plant from Plant Life series. So the last video I did, I was trying to call for help. I sent a couple of SOSs to see if somebody out there has enough plant knowledge to come and help me save that poor plant. I'm devastated. I hope we can still save it. If not, we pull it out, we plant something fresh in that same soil. And I think that's the best thing we can do for that specific pot plant. I'm worried about the pot of the plant because we've lost the plant. Not entirely, but it's looking dicey. But so I want to tell you guys about Ilang Alami Fandachim. I spent most of my day doing voiceovers for a TV show that I've got coming up. Pretty interesting day. We're re-recording a couple of things, we're fixing this, that, or the third before the show actually goes live. So I can't wait for you guys to catch it. It's gonna be a kick-ass show. Not to get into too much detail. So I do all of that for most of my day. And then my executive producer for the show tells me, what you know, there's a lady from the States who's gonna be coming through. She's a PR person and she's doing this, that, and the third show. She's in the country regarding the Grammy announcement that they made. So, I don't know if you guys are aware, but there's a new category that has been added to the Grammys strictly for African music. So that category covers all genres of African music. They squashed us all in there and we're all gonna have to fight it out in a cage match. So that's going to be quite interesting. So anyway, we working. The lady pulls up, I meet her, and it's all amazing. I'm enjoying the experience. So, and then my executive producer disappears with the lady. So I carry on with what I'm supposed to do. I do what I need to do. As soon as I'm done, I hit up my executive producer like, yo, I'm done. Let me know if you need me for anything. She's like, yo, I actually still need you to come and properly have a convo with this lady out here that I introduced you to earlier. So I'm like, okay, boom, we move. They tell me, yo, pull up to Endo Unity. I pull up to the spot. We're chilling there. We're having proper convos just about South African music, about the landscape of international music, about the process at the Grammys and all of that stuff. So in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, Bafwetu, I've had the Grammys on my vision board for his Katispai, you know? And to be sitting across someone who is from the academy in a one-on-one conversation in Tonayam is surreal. So we're having drinks, we order food, we eating. So I'm eating there and I'm telling my life story. They're like, yo, just tell us who you are, tell us your story, let's get into it. And shout out to my executive producer because she set this entire thing up. So I was like, shit, this is mad dope. I don't take this for granted. This is a big moment, you know? And I think in some what do they call it? A what reality? In some what reality? Yeah, we'll fill in the missing word. I'm thinking, damn, is this my Grammy interview already? You know? But I'm like, nah, I can't be taking it that serious because then I'm gonna be too uptight and I'm just gonna lock up. Like no one gave me a chance to prepare, so I'm gonna totally mess the whole thing up. But in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, on some level, in some dimension, in the 10th dimension, this version of me is actually there on an interview for the Grammys. And this is like a very preliminary stage, but I'm like, yo, crazy, but I'm trying not to make it a thing. So I'm telling my stories, figure my plate of food, I'm eating, and I'm thinking, damn. Sometimes in an interview, you prepare all the things you're gonna say, but you never prepare for how you're gonna eat, you know? Simply because I really think how you deal with your plate of food there is also part of your interview, whether you are aware of it or not. So there I am being super conscious of like, yo, and I'm just someone who eats like however. I've never really been in a situation where I have to watch how I'm eating because I happen to be eating in an interview per se. So there I am, but I finally make a decision to say, Yazid, just be yourself, play it natural, because if you try and act, you're gonna fuck it up. So I decided to play it myself by Fetu, and I ate my plate of food. I didn't even get to finish it because the food became cold. That's how slow I was eating, and I think that's a decent strategy. But it got me thinking, by Fetu, have you ever paid attention to how you eat? Personally, I think there's a delightful way to eat from a viewer's perspective anyway. Like for me, I enjoy watching people who eat without really savoring and looking like they enjoying the food. So people who eat like there's no taste in the food, who don't seem too attached to how good this plate of food is, who are just casually like for me, those eaters appeal to me the most. And I started thinking about what type of eater am I? And I realized, boy, I'm a mess. I'm a mess by Fuetu. So I realized I need to start working on how I'm eating. So one of these good days, we're gonna have to try a mukbang by Fuetu. I just need to figure out what I'm gonna be eating. Maybe something greasy and my oil and my sauce. And I need to work on that, the art of eating and making sure that even if it pops up in your interview, you can ace it. What type of eater are you? Get in the comments. Let me know exactly where you are between super tidy and super messy, greasy, sauces all over your face, and what you have not. Ofetu, that's all I got for you today. Hope you guys are keeping warm. Hope you guys are keeping safe.